Definitely need a pint of water before I get this one done. I should have known drinking with a pensioner is it's bad crack. They've obviously got decades more experience. One moment. Oh, there we go. Oh. So, obviously, pissing up for Jesus, right? Good Friday. If you stay sober on Good Friday, something's amiss. Morning, lads. Matt, Gustavo, yeah, hanging out. I had to use a trowel to scrape my face off the pillar today. It was hard going. You know, the funny thing about drinking with my dad is he still thinks he's 25 when he's full of drink. And he actually said to me, you know, he got progressively chewier the more rum he drank. And he actually said to me at the end of the night, if I was 68, he is 68, and you were 68, I'd knock the living shite out of you. And I was like, what do you want to do? Invent a time machine just for the sole purpose of knocking the shite out of your son? He's got some insane belief in his own physical prowess, which really does baffle me because he's a fucking welder. It's not like he's a titan of, you know, if he was an Olympian and he'd spent his youth, you know, kicking ass. If he was like Steve Redgrave and he had a resting heartbeat of about 23 beats per minute, I think I could understand his insane confidence. But I don't know, maybe it's a Taylor trait, because I'm a confident fella. My dad is as well. But I was a bootneck for a very long time, and I lived through 5 operations. So I think that engenders a sort of confidence into you. But he's a welder, retired welder. So I don't understand it. Anyway, that was what I did yesterday. It was enjoyable. I hope everyone had a good Friday. And we can still crack on partying, right? Because I'll probably get pissed up with my brother and my sister-in-law today. Because I'm off Monday and all. I feel like we should address a bit of politics while I'm here, because it's what I do. You know, I was watching a video this morning by that Mr. Beast. Has anyone seen Mr. Beast stuff? It's like, I think I'm showing me age here and being a miserable bugger, but the stuff that's wildly popular on YouTube is just like the most insipid, pointless drivel that I've ever seen. I don't understand why. You know, people doing unboxing videos have got like millions and millions of views. And they reckon, you know, these boring bastards that undo basically empty boxes of toys in front of a camera, they reckon they've got like, you know, hundreds of millions of subs and they make massive sums of money. So it's really strange. It sort of depresses me because it makes me think, and I've never considered myself to be some intellectual titan, but it seems like the minority of people are interested in what really goes on in the world. A minority of people are interested in politics, science, current affairs. A really small minority, and the majority just want to watch drivel, like total shit. Boring, oh look, I'm going to go and buy everything in a shop. Woohoo. And it's like, it's shit, it's just insipid. I don't understand it. Like, you know, we're living in vexing times. There's a lot of strange stuff going on. And yeah, it seems like the majority are just like, oh yeah, let's watch a video about opening a box, and I mean, and what's with all these fucking things, people buying a shoe box full of dog treats for 25 quid? Have you seen that? Like, it totally baffles me. These are the things that are popular. I don't fully understand it, to be honest, but there you go. Anyway, It is weird, isn't it? How everyone's just into boring shit. By the way, which is the best way to do a live stream? Is it better off on a landscape like that, or straight up? Oh no, you can't even do it. It says orientation is locked once you start. Weird. Anyway, so I'll do a few news stories that have took my eye in the last few days. Landscape's better, right? Twitter is still the sewer of the internet, isn't it? Twitter is an absolute sewer. Like, if Facebook is the armpit of the internet, Twitter is the arsehole. Like, it's just absolutely shocking. I'm staggered that the SNP still haven't been completely decimated north of the border. Just looking at George Galloway's tweet here, he's just ripping them to bits. And ultimately, like I've said many times, you just have to be right, don't you? You don't have to be particularly talented or orator or a particularly clever bloke. You just have to be right. Yeah, I know, Tracy, I do look. I was drinking with a pensioner, power drinking, rum. Also, now I'm in my 40s, I've got acid when I drink. I get like proper bad acid. It's like burning through my esophagus the next day. It's like, ah. And I'll need to brush my tongue for about an hour. But anyway, what do you think of vaccine passports then? They reckon that they're actually talking about doing it, which staggers me. And it says, oh, here's a funny one. Nish Kumar said he would not host a political comedy show on the BBC ever again. If you think that's comedy, you've got to fucking screw loose. Because Nish Kumar's about as funny as finding a lump on your bollocks. And for the ladies listening, that's not funny. That's not funny. Not that I've ever had it happen, but I can empathise with those that have. So that's good. Hopefully Nish will now go into insignificance. What else have we got? Dr. Charles Esnay talking about the COVID vaccine. If they do vaccine passports right, the Conservatives have lost their minds, because even Keir Starmer's against vaccine passports. Boris, don't make me side with Keir Starmer. Don't do it. Please, do not make me side with Sir Keir. What else have I got? Britain's mussel consumption is now so high that 6 months on from now there will be reports of dolphins and whales floundering about as they choke on congealed lumps of mussels. That's Peter Richards. I love Peter Richards. He's such a miserable bastard, isn't he? Oh yeah, and Darren Grimes reported a really good one. He said the BBC had to apologise because they had a Syrian refugee on, and it turned out he was a Labour Party activist. Can you believe that? How dishonest are the BBC? Can you see it? I know this is going to be terrible, but I am just winging it like I always do. Let me have a look. That's on, here we go. Oh, it's all backwards. BBC apologises for failing to declare that Syrian refugee was actually a Labour Party political activist. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It says, that's obviously order, Guido Fawkes. It says, on March 24th, we reported that the BBC Radio 4's Today programme had introduced a Syrian refugee, Hassan Akkad, who slammed the government and the Home Secretary, Priti Patel, for their new policy of taking more refugees directly from affected countries and clamping down on illegal migration. Guido pointed out that listeners were left with the impression of an ordinary person up against the Home Secretary, not a political activist and Labour Party member who is ideologically opposed to the Home Secretary. So this fucking Syrian refugee was a Labour Party activist, not actually from Syria. It's lunacy, isn't it? Hassan Akkad. Imagine that. I wonder if he did the accent there, like he's from London. He's like, fucking hell, geezer. And then they're like, no, you have to break your English up a little bit. And he's like, yes, I am Syrian refugee. Shocking. So there we go. Some of the best news from the day. Oh yeah, final thing. I have recorded the BBC's views. Shall I put it out on normal schedule, i.e. Sunday morning or afternoon? Or shall I just drop it now? Let me know. Let me know in the chat and I'll do it. If you need something to watch, I'll do it now. If you're one of those people who likes routine like me, I'll leave it until Sunday. I hope everyone's having a good time. Easter weekend and all that. Get pissed for Jesus like the bootneck did. And spend some time with your families, right? We'll all miss them when the pub's open and it turns into an insane drinking festival. Right? Because seriously, I'm expecting I won't see my family for about 3 months because I'll be getting pissed every single weekend for months, you know, catching up with everybody. So I encourage you to spend some time with your families because as of the 12th of April, we'll all be mortal drunk in a Wetherspoons. Sorted. Yes, I do need to get some shut eye, Tracy. I'm getting old. I can't drink like I used to. I think Now has won the vote, so I'll probably put it out in an hour or something when I've sorted my life out and brushed my teeth for an hour. All right, thanks for watching anyway, Marcus. Sorry, Roy, I'm off as well. Yeah, spend some time with your families, and then we can go on a Leatherfest for 3 months on April the 12th. Get in. Right, see you later, guys. I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers. How do I stop this?